rising to all of my kings and queens doing tremendous things. I am Altitude, representing Building Never Minds, the hip hop workshop, renovating minds one rhyme at a time. And today, yes, I got it down. And today, we are here for another episode of SoundCheck, episode 24. And I have my first guest on the show, Krystal. This is a good, near and dear friend of mine, and we are going to talk about some things today. I'll get into the subject in a second. But, Krystal, tell them a little bit about yourself, why I invited you here, if there's anything you want to plug and tell to the people. And, of course, everything that she plugs, I'll have in the description down below so y'all can check that out. But, yeah, talk to them.
First of all, great intro. Okay, what's up, y'all? It's your girl. It's your girl, Krystal, if you nasty. No, I'm joking. But just the details, finest over here. Jeff, thank you for inviting me. I'm very, very kind of shy, so just bear with me, y'all. Now, it's my first time on video, so please bear with me. I do have a podcast as well called the Podcast.
I was on it.
He was on it. He was on the last episode, and it's the HMMM 3M's Podcast, and you can catch me on Spotify and SoundCloud. Video will be coming soon. I'm just happy to be here today. Like, thank you for choosing me to be the first guest. You feel me?
First guest, literally.
Shout out to all my women out there.
First lady of the show.
You feel?
Yep.
First lady of the show.
Yep. First lady and first guest on the show.
That's what I'm talking about.
What an achievement. So, on this episode of SoundCheck, we're going to be talking about how to protect our energy. So protecting your energy means protecting your peace. It means protecting your surroundings, your mindset, everything that goes into you being who you are. And so literally I wanted to talk about like boundaries, and we were kind of talking about it beforehand. So we can kind of get into a little bit of that, where what is your definition of, I'll just say to start off, how do you feel about boundaries? How do you feel about energy and your peace? Like, when you wake up, like, do you have the peace of mind to say, you know what, I'm happy? Because a lot of people relate happiness to success. A lot of people relate it to money, and a lot of people relate it to, if I can wake up and I'm in a great mood, then I'm happy, I'm successful. So like, what is that level of energy for you? I
think it all kind of starts from like, however your day is, and basically how you approach it. It really depends on how the next day gonna go. Because if somebody has a bad day, and if they know that I'm having a good day, and they just willing to just ruin my whole day, my approach is going to be like, I'm going to save all my energy and peace and not approach you like that, because if I do, it's going to be consequences at that.
Right.
You feel me? So like for me, when I go to work, I have to deal with locks, people with lack of common sense. Okay.
I still remember when you first told me that. I was like, wait, locks?
Yeah, not dreadlocks. I love y'all dreads.
Like,
I love Afrocentric dreads.
Lack of common sense.
Lack of common sense. Locks. Okay, put it below. All right. So when they come in, they be locks. They want to get a rise out of me, but you have to breathe. That's why people meditate. That's why people pray before they go to work.
Gotcha.
That's why they come in probably 30 minutes early, so they can get their mind right. They listen to music, just so they can kind of think and be free and be like, all right, y'all, let me go ahead and put all this energy into what I just listened to. Because, I listen to freaking Janae Aiko. I love her.
Yeah, we like Janae.
I love Janae. So she calms me down, and then I try to pray before I, go to work and everything like that. Even if I go out with my friends, because it's gonna be people that gonna want to test you. Right. You feel me? So it's
just to get a rise out of you.
It's like, but for what though? Yeah. It's like it's up to you, and it's up to me to see how we're gonna approach it.
If I asked my mom that, she would always say, like, that's the enemy using them to get to you. Because basically, like, I do believe in a sense of like, a lot of people don't know why they do what they do. Like, a lot of people come in, like, kind of like how I talked about on your podcast, like, they leave home mad because they got issues going on at home. Yeah. They get in traffic mad, and then they get to you at your job mad. So literally, you having a good day, and they take it out on you. Now, how do you respond to it? And that's the energy that I'm talking about. Because like I said, a lot of people will pray before, going to work. A lot of people meditate. But it's like, it's only so much. It's like, how far are you gonna push me before I gotta and I can't just lash out. Like, if I'm on my job, I can't just cut you out and be like, I can't just go off on you. But at the same time, it's like, how do I respond to you in a positive manner to where I can, respect myself, also not get fired, but still put you in your place at the same time. It's a fine line there. It's a fine line.
I wonder if people like that be mad every day. Do they go to sleep mad too? Like, I've been wondering, like, that sound like it hurt.
I think so.
Like, you go to sleep, just put the cup over your head.
Not
like, I wonder, they just like pull the cup and try to pull it, but then you gotta take it out of under the sheet.
Right. Like, how you tuck yourself in, man?
Like, how do you take, like, baby, you wasting too much energy on that, cause honey, life is short,
right,
to be so upset. Like, somebody probably just going through it worse than you, but you mad because you couldn't make a deal or something, or you mad because somebody broke up with you mad because you burned some noodles, but like, I'm dead serious. It's different reasons.
And the noodles hurt. That inflation.
I mean, they probably didn't put water in it. They probably didn't read the label right. No, but you're not finna put me in your little thing like that, because I refuse for you to take your negative energy, and then pull me with you just so I can be mad for the rest of the day.
Right.
Because if you go to sleep angry, that's gonna tell you how your next day is. Because I don't need to go to bed peaceful. Okay, I can't go to bed stressing over what's gonna happen the next day. I have to go to bed knowing that, like, all right, got through the day, and I get to go to sleep.
Well, energy transfers.
It does.
So it rolls over to the next day. And like I said, you go to bed mad, you're gonna wake up mad most likely. Like, cause you're not. First off, like, you're not giving you. For me, it's like, all right, like, I believe in God, so it's like I literally have to pray before I leave the house. Like, because I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, when it comes to me, like, protecting my energy, and you've been in my place, so you kind of see, like, the vibes. Y'all kind of see the vibes, the background. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I showed y'all a little bit of my spot, in earlier videos. So y'all know what the vibes is. But, like, I like to light some incense, meditate, pray, all that jazz.
Kenta-o.
Yeah. But yeah, like, I like to, like, preserve my peace and my energy, because once I walk out the door, I know the BS is coming. I know that, temptation is coming. I know that as soon as I walk out of this door, somebody gonna try me today. Somebody is gonna literally try and get on my nerves, say something, like, do something to where they don't even think about it. I don't even think it. I think it's just a lack of respect for not only you as a person, but you could bring race into it, but let's just say, even if it's black on black, like, I just feel like from person to person, just to generalize it, I just think it's a lack of respect. Like, if I take my problems out on you, then I'm not respecting you, because I'm giving you my energy, which is negative, which is toxic, and then that's going to put you in a bad mood, which makes you transfer it to the next person, and so on and so on. And that's why you have, like, a toxic work environment. That's why you have, like, road rage. That's why you have all these things going on, because people are transferring their negative energy onto the next person. So how do we stop that? Like, I think it starts with the individual person.
It has to, because you can't even, like, and I was telling you this earlier today, you can't even, like, look at somebody without people saying, what you looking at? Like, they get real hype, and you like, dang, I'm not even, like, looking at you. But
I was like,
I was not even paying attention. I didn't even know you was even there. I was looking at the person behind you. They literally, like, they'll look better, like,
they just assume.
Right, or if you, like, for instance, you say, excuse me, they just, excuse me, and they'll, I can't get through that. I'm big as a bus. I can't get through you. I cannot get through that spot. You tried it. You tried it for real. I'm not a call.
They just give you the look.
Yeah, they just be like, she can get through. If I try, you will be knocked down like some dominoes. Right. Okay, so I don't know why
I'm gonna win the battle. Like, I don't know.
But I think it maybe do start with the individual, because it's like, I hope they, especially when you gotta come out of your house of peace, anybody have their own spot. Because when I had my own spot, oh, thank you, Jesus, it was like, you know, you get ready to get off work and you just go home. You like, okay, I have to take my shoes off, get to take a shower and all that. Do my little green tea, whatever y'all do. But then it's like, that next day, you literally got to call on Mary, Joseph, and Jesus, because it's like, I'm going to go ahead and as soon as I walk out of Mary, the stepdaddy. Right. You got to call on Mary, Joseph, and Jesus, man. Like, I don't know why. But it's like, man, first of all, and I think it starts with ourselves as well. Not even just that individual that got a bad day, but it starts with us too. Because we have a choice to see how we want to deal with situations today. Right. You know, because it be days I be wanting to go to work and be like, you know what, I'm going to tell these customers off today. I don't even care about my job. Right. But then as I go throughout the day, it's like, what are you going to gain from it, Chris? Right. You know, you going to get fired. They gonna still be shopping. Right. You gonna be broke. They gonna go about their day. So if that's like if somebody come and they bump into somebody and they be like, you can't say excuse me. I was just about to say that, but you ain't give me time. Right. Now you want to fight. Right. Then we fit the game whip for it. Mm-hmm. We fit go to jail. Right. So you see how this is doing this. Right. All right.
That's the pendulum swing.
Oh my gosh. But I protect my energy by calling on the Lord. I'm being serious, man.
You got to.
I'm being serious, but I'll tell you this. How do you protect your energy when you're in a relationship?
Ooh. I've been out the game for a minute, so like I'm not even gonna lie to you. Okay. I've been semi-retired for a minute. Semi. Yeah. We'll talk about that.
Not semi, y'all.
Yeah, but like, you know, for me, it's like you gotta lay the ground rules. We were kind of talking about it before, and like, you know, you gotta have boundaries, and that's another thing. Like, literally having boundaries in a because you can disrespect each other in a relationship and not even know it. And then that's how tension gets created. So having clear communication, having boundaries, and especially if y'all are on the same page, one accord, like y'all are on the same page when it comes to finances. Yep. Y'all are on the same page when it comes to faith. Y'all are on the same page when it comes to friends, family, all the F's. We gotta agree on all the F's.
Friends, family, finance.
Yeah, like friends, family.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Like, all the F words we gotta agree with. We gotta agree with all the F words. So like that's gonna be dope. I gotta use that as something.
Friends, family, and finance. Right. Let's do it in this episode.
That's gonna be the title or something. Like,
no, but it's like, cause you know I used to be married, and when I tell you, like, okay, everybody's marriage is not perfect. Okay. Right. With me and my ex-husband, we did not protect each other's boundaries, and I'll tell you why. It's because when you are used to a certain routine in your life, and y'all never lived together, you never really had clear communication. Y'all just pretty much going through the motion because you know that because you know that we're married, we supposed to do this, or he's the breadwinner, I'm supposed to be the housewife, we supposed to do this. But we never ever just sat down and spoke. We never just said, hey, look, I'm gonna do this. If you want to do this, you can. But, you know, I'll make the bread. If you want to work, you can't work. If you don't, it's up to you. Right. But we really was disrespectful to each other and did not even know it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you this because I'm putting a little bit of my stuff out there. So, for instance, we was like roommates. We not.
Say nothing incriminating.
No. We was like roommates, and people don't understand. You could be married and be roommates. So of course, you know, you could be married but still be Let me say it again.
Okay.
Let me say it again.
Yeah.
You can still be married but still be roommates, and I'll tell you why. For instance, all that everybody said it's the honeymoon stage. Me and my ex did not have a honeymoon stage. It was like on some like, all right, we're gonna move in together. We're gonna do what we do. You know, I'm gonna do what I do. You gonna do what you do type stuff. That's how it was. Okay. I could not say nothing because I was in a place by myself. I had no family.
Right.
Only person I had was my ex-husband. So I felt trapped. So, it's time to move on when you have peace when your ex-husband's on the field. That is so sad. When he left, I was so happy. I was like, yes, Lord. I got peace. I got this. I get to cook whatever. I get to do whatever. I get to watch TV, clean up. But when he pull up, it's like, that is, if you feel like that in your relationship, y'all need to go and talk to somebody and like for real, because you shouldn't be feeling like
marriage counseling is definitely, especially, did y'all have any kind of counseling at all? Like before, after, during? We rushed. We did. Okay.
We did. We rushed. We did not have no counseling, and I think it was because because
the way I used to look at counseling back then was like, oh, I ain't going to no shrink. But I feel like that was like passed down from my parents and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The way I look at it now is like, no, I need therapy. Like there's some things that I haven't healed from as a kid.
Exactly.
My dad wasn't there. Yada yada. Like I got a laundry list of stuff that I just dealt with over time, but that don't mean I'm necessarily healed from it.
Yeah, because you gotta understand that you can't really, y'all both can't get counseling if y'all ain't mentally ready individually.
Right.
If your mentality is not good, how you gonna be good to somebody else if you're not good to yourself?
Right.
Like, come on now. That's how you can get peace as well. Because if you're still kind of shaking up and got guilt in your body, you're not gonna have no type of peace, and you ain't gonna be able to protect it. Because the more that you let in that negativity, it's gonna keep on going. It's gonna keep going. It's gonna keep going. It's gonna be a routine. It's gonna be a routine. Keep going until it's time for you to stop.
Right.
But I mean, I think after our divorce, I mean, we good, we cool. I mean, I'll be,
Yeah.
Just know that from my experience that I know it will happen again. But
while y'all were in y'all's relationship, in y'all's marriage, I should say.
Yeah.
There was no boundary.
No.
There was no real peace between the both of y'all.
Pretty much. It was just like when I was gone, I think he had.
And there was no communication.
No.
Yeah.
When he left, I was just so happy because I was like, oh my God, I get the house to myself. I get to actually watch TV. I get to actually clean, read my book, do what I want to, like actually have some good time by myself and peace. And people saying, oh, that's just marriage. No, because at the end of the day, I should want to be like, I'm gonna miss my baby, but I'm over here happy. Then I get frustrated when he pulls up. That's when I knew it was an issue. I did feel like we did kind of interrupt each other's peace. We wasn't ready.
Yeah.
We wasn't. When we did talk about the little marriage thing, I hated my job. I was tired of living with my mom and then my daddy. I was going through with friends, just a lot of stuff. And I was just like, well, let me find somebody to take care of me. That was my thought. Right. But it kind of backlashed on me because it was like, once you say I do, that's when you see the real person. People don't understand that. That's when you. Yeah.
Is that true?
It actually is, especially if you don't know that.
Now, do you feel that way because of how your relationship went?
Yeah, because
now
we was on and off for about 7 years.
That's tough.
So that's another thing. When you're on and off with somebody, I don't think it should continue, and I'll tell you why. Because especially if it's like multiple times.
Those are the signs.
Yes, because I broke up with him, and then this, and we broke up, and then this, and we broke up, and then all of a sudden he come out of nowhere and said, "Hey, do you want to get married?"
Yeah.
And it's like, excuse you?
Yeah. like, didn't we just fight last night?
Didn't we just break up not long ago? But then, that's another sign right there. If y'all keep going through the motions, marriage shouldn't even be in y'all head. And I remember one day I asked him, why do you want to marry me? He said, because we talked about it when we was young.
No. If you don't love yourself first, you cannot love the person next to you. You cannot love who you say you want to love. Because one thing I said in the former video, I said, if you're coming to me saying that you complete me, nah, I can't do that. Like, oh, you complete me, like you're my world. Like, nah, that's a red flag. I'm out. Because we gotta fix that. Like, because my thing is, I don't want it to be to the point where I know what it's like to break up with somebody and my whole world is shattered and everything, and I'm over dramatizing everything. My thing is, I want to be whole first. That doesn't mean I'm perfect. but that means that I'm comfortable being by myself.
Exactly.
I love being by myself, and I love me for me. So now, when I get in a relationship with somebody, it's like I'm not. Yes, I love them. I'm going to do things for them because I love them. But my world isn't tied to them.
Yeah.
And I think we get so attached to people, and we don't respect ourselves enough that when we finally get with somebody else, we want to just dump whatever we were supposed to give ourselves onto them.
Exactly.
And then that's how people lose their identity. Like you're dating somebody or you're married with somebody and you don't even know who you are. Let's say the relationship doesn't work, right?
Yeah. And
not to say that it won't, but things happen. Let's say we get divorced. And now I don't know my identity. I don't know who I am, what I'm good at. I don't know what my purpose is in life because my whole world was wrapped up in you. And that can't happen. I feel like a lot of people go through that too often, and there's no therapy for it. Or there is therapy, but they don't seek the therapy for it, and so therefore they don't know how to express themselves, and then they turn into robots, and they go through the motions of life, and they have no idea how to do this thing called life because they're so buried in their own mess that's when it comes back to them taking it out on you because they just went through a divorce. They don't know who they are. They're taking it out on you, and that cycle continues because there's no one to talk to, there's no therapy, and your whole world was wrapped up in somebody. But it's not even their fault necessarily because you didn't know who you were to begin with.
I did have some dignity because y'all don't fall for me, but this is how bad I went to get out of this marriage. I took so it was tax season, right? And it was
continue. I'm not even gonna.
You're like, where does it go? Where does it go?
Yeah.
It was tax season, yo, and like, and we spent the money up in half or whatever. Don't get me wrong. Me and my ex-husband, we had our moments because I feel like if we didn't get married, we'll be good friends. I thought in a relationship, if you can't be my friend as well as my lover, and if we just the spiciness and everything is gone, what do we have left? Like you said, if we can't be friends, then I'm like, okay, I guess we just, go to the next one.
Like and love are two different things.
Ooh, won't you say that?
Yeah.
But anyways, so split the money up, and this is how I know I was done. So I went online and got a Greyhound ticket. I never took a Greyhound in my life before. Mind you, I'm in Georgia. So my ex-husband had to go to PT, but you got to run in the morning from 4 o'clock to like 5. Baby, he left that door. I just start going, packing, doing this. I called an Uber. I called an Uber to the Greyhound station, and I love. That's how you know.
You wanted to escape.
Exactly, and that's one thing I should not have done because you know what I was thinking?
What?
I was thinking that if I told my ex I want a divorce and I'm done, he gonna try to work it out, and I didn't want to do that. But that's one thing I should not have done. I mean, I did it. But I think one thing I should have
ran from.
I literally ran
the opportunity to communicate.
I did. I did. When opportunity presents yourself to you, don't overthink the situation. Just do it, whether it goes your way or not. Just do it. At least you can say, okay, at least I did it.
Right.
Because I know I should have just been like, look, I can't do this no more. I can't.
Either way, whether you had the conversation or not, you knew you were gone.
Yeah, I knew I was.
Like, it was over. Regardless.
Oh yeah, it was done. It was done.
Yeah,
so
wow.
Even when you try to work it out, I was over it.
Right.
So when a woman is done, she's done. Okay, and it was so. And then after my divorce, that's when I start turning to drinking. Okay, cool, whatever. So I turned to drinking. Then a few years later, I lost my dad. That's when, because I already had a wall up before. After my divorce, I already had like a little wall up. But after my dad died, that's when that wall got bigger and thicker, okay? And that's when I started smoking. I started doing stuff. Nobody in their right mind could know that I was going through some stuff. My mentality was all effed up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't find no peace. I couldn't have the courage to ask for help. Because you know what I was doing? I was taking all that energy, I was overworking myself, and I was trying to please my family. I put my pride to the side and went to go see a therapist.
Oh, so you did go see it? Okay.
That's why I said.
That's what I was trying to get. Okay.
Because
so how did that go?
It was actually, I was gonna see two, because the funeral people, they helped like with family counseling and all this stuff after people died. I was gonna see one of them, and then somebody else told me to go to somewhere else, which it was actually, at first I was being stubborn. I'm a stubborn Taurus. I don't care, because it's like you don't know what to say.
Right.
But once you start flowing, you just realize like how you feel. You just like.
Right.
All I wanted was somebody to listen. Literally, all I wanted somebody was to listen. Even if you did not understand, I want to be, because like it's easy to talk to, like write. It's easy to write it down.
Yeah.
But to say it out loud to somebody, and actually, I don't even care if you don't care. I don't care if you can understand. It's just to talk with somebody and get it out. But I was good though. After them two sections, I started living life. I started living life. I got my own place. I started writing more. I started my podcast. Nice. See, when you have a peace of mind and when you conserve all that energy and get that good positive energy, you start living. Right. That's what I learned. You better live that life. Yeah. Even if you have to remove people out your life, protect all that positivity and that peace and do it to something positive. Do it to your career.
Go live your life.
Hey. We can cook.
Yeah, right. I'm leaving it in there.
No, we can cook.
But yeah, like protect your peace and like know who you are and what your worth is and what your value is, so that when you get with somebody, you don't need their validation. Not that you don't want it, but it's like I already know who and what I am and what my worth is before I even met you.
Ooh.
So now that we getting together, if we have two people who know who they are when they meet, oh my God, they about to take over the world.
Show it, because I'm not gonna lower my standards for you, and I'm not expecting you to lower your standards for me. Okay.
And we rarely see that. Like, what happens when you get two insecure people that meet each other? Or you get one person who knows who they are and the other one, their world is wrapped up in them. Like, it doesn't work. But if you get two people on the same page that's going up,
especially when they making their own money, got their own stuff, got their own life, and y'all just, baby, that's come on, couples.
Yeah, identity is key.
And they still know who they are individually, even when they're together. Yeah. Bro, you don't mess with them.
Personality wise, if you know who you are and what you are, what your value is, what your worth is, and y'all get together, it's a wrap after that.
You know who you are, Jeff?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, and I didn't start finding out who I was until maybe 2 years ago. So this whole time, it's kind of like I've been, even since high school, I bounced from one relationship to the other. I didn't give myself time to heal. I went to the next relationship. I didn't give myself time to heal. Went to the next relationship. And it was one after another, where I realized when I hit 30, 31, I started realizing, wait a minute, like, I've been in and out of relationships since I was like 17. Yeah. I've never taken the time to learn myself, to know myself. And so that's why I do a lot of traveling now. That's why I do a lot of just like doing my shows and my gigs and my photos, and I'm just focusing on me. Because it's like learning who I am and what I want to do, where I want to be. I don't even know, do I want to stay in Texas? Do I want to, like, you know, and there's so many things that I feel like we get stuck at one point in life and we just never move past that. The world is massive, and it's like, who's to say that you're gonna stay at one job, you're gonna stay in one place, you're gonna stay in one, like, so my thing is, it's like, while I'm single, let me take the time to heal, because I haven't fully healed from the last relationship. But that's the thing, I know that now, and I've had opportunities to go on dates and, you know, to ask somebody out. I may see somebody, I'm like, oh, like, you know, I want to, but no, because I'm not gonna allow myself, if I'm not 100% like up here, I'm not gonna allow myself to go to the next person and to mess them up. And I think a lot of people don't do that. They don't take the time, because I'm guilty of it. They don't take the time to, let me take a step back, know myself, talk to somebody, figure out my mess, get everything together, and then I can go out and think about dating. Yeah. And that's what I'm doing now. So it's like, I know who I am now. I know what I am now, my value, my worth, and I wouldn't trade that in for anybody. A alone and lonely are two different things.
Super.
And they don't know.
You're not alone. You're not alone. You're just a single person that's trying to find yourself, and you're used to finding that self with somebody else, okay? So just take yourself. Date yourself.
Yeah.
Baby, date yourself. You better go.
Let me tell you what I did. So I went to the bar at Whole Foods, got me a drink, sat there with my yesterday when I got off work. Nah, I ain't dressed up.
Okay.
Nah, but you know, just jeans, t-shirt, went out, you know, had the laptop open, you know, bartender was real cool, got 2 drinks, happy hour, so I only paid like $7 for 2 drinks. I felt like a king up in that joint. So, but yeah, like, you know, I sat there and just had a good time with myself. Like, you know, people, I'm guilty of it. I used to do it. Like, I would look at people as, oh, they by themselves. They at the movies by themselves. What a loser! Like, and I've done it.
I do it too.
What was the last movie I went to?
You save a lot of money.
Oh,
I went to go see Spider-Man.
You save a ton of money. I ain't got nobody's hands dipping in my popcorn. Oh man,
baby, that's me right there. This whole right here. Especially when I ain't got nobody on this side, right. And then we recline, baby.
Oh man,
she about to die.
Hey, dating yourself is lovely.
But that is crazy that you say, because people do look at them like, oh, they by themselves, they eating by themselves, they lonely, or they at the movies by themselves, that's lame and all that stuff. But as you grow, do you know how?
I'm not arguing with nobody. I'm not like, I feel great,
baby. Especially
y'all
like
the ones fighting over the chick.
I think the first time I ever went out to eat by myself, like actually got dressed up and went out to eat. I think I went to Papa Do's one time or whatever. I love that place. Yeah. And I went to the bar and I got me some drinks or whatever. I took me a shot, got me some food, got me a dessert.
Oh,
got like you know when you get a dessert.
When you get dessert. Oh yeah.
Cause you know usually I'll be like, you know, little appetizer cool, little drink cool, little eat, and then like I'm to go. But I got a dessert to go, and yeah, I had like a little girl bartender. She's like, you by yourself? I was like, yeah, just dating myself. Okay, I'm gonna take care of you today. Okay, like, okay, thank you.
That was the voice.
That's what she said. I'm gonna take care of you today. I'm like, okay. Then she's like, I gave you a discount, sweetie. I'm like that.
You wouldn't have got that discount
if I was somebody else, like, so he's splitting this.
You're right. You go Dutch.
I got a question. I'm sorry. I just got something. I'm sorry.
Okay. What you got?
I know it's a lot.
What you got?
So I'm just curious. This is at a curious point.
Yeah.
If a girl asks a guy out, do the guy still supposed to pay? No, sorry. I know we know my thing, but it's just curious.
Okay. That's a good question.
I'm just curious. I know if a man asks a woman out, of course we're gonna be like, okay, he's paying. Now, but if a woman asks a man out, is it the man's part to still pay?
Now, I'm not the traditional guy.
Okay.
So one thing, so I got a bar, like, so you know, for all my people that know I rap out there, I say, what I say? I said, last time I missed my opportunity. Okay. This time it won't be nothing new to me. Ooh. I'll face the scrutiny knowing I have immunity. Because what the world labels normal, I consider it lunacy. Yeah. So, like, my thing is, what the world deems to be cool, acceptable, normal, I think it's crazy. Like, our world is stupid, what we live in. Like, the world is great. Let me take that back. It's humans that are ruining it. So, like, that's a whole nother, like, I'll get into that TED Talk. That's a whole nother show. Right. But, as far as, like, the check, like, here's the thing. If I am taking somebody out, if I say, hey, Krystal, I want to take you out, my thing is, I should... My thing is, I should pay. Like, that is my invitation to you. I'm treating you.
Understood.
Like, so that shouldn't be on you. Now, that's the thing. Like, most women don't ask guys out, but there are instances when it happens. Yeah. I'm not averse to a woman paying if she asks me out. Like, if we're dating, because here's the thing. I had no vision of dating anybody. You asked me out on a date. This is our first day and you asked me out? Oh no, like the woman should never do, man, scratch all that. Like, because I feel like there's a lot of tropes and traditions and things that we hold as standard that are just stupid. They're just traditions that hold no weight, no value. They only hold weight because we say it holds weight. So my whole thing is, it's like we don't have to stick to the structure of how to date. Like I said, there's no book on how to date, how to get married, how to do life together. So if you ask me out on a date, like, my thing is, I'm fully prepared to pay for it, regardless. As the man, I am prepared to pay for it. If I'm not prepared to pay for a date, I don't need to be going on dates.
Okay, do that work with, as far as like whether we're friends or
now when you pull your card out, I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna fight you.
Because one thing this because I was raised like this.
Right.
So it's just me as well. If a man asked me out and said, "Hey, Chris, let's go out somewhere," of course I'm gonna expect you to pay. But if I say, "Yo, Jeff, let's go out," like let's go out, I'm asking you. That means I have the funds to do it. You know what I'm saying? Now if you be like, "Yo, you know, like, you want to go somewhere or whatever."
And sometimes I've been in situations too where, you know, I ask them out, I'm fully prepared, I pull my card out, I'm about to pay, and they're like, "Nah, you know what, boo, I got this one." Like, and I'm just like, "Oh, okay."
It make a man feel good, man. You might go to the movie afterwards, you know.
I was gonna pay anyway.
One thing, and like, don't even think
I don't think it's a bad thing.
It's not.
It's just looked at a certain way, and I hate that. The one time this happened, I was on a date one time, and we had both of our cards on the table. We was gonna split the check, but here's the thing, like, when we were dating, we always went back and forth. It was like, I got, maybe like, let's say it'll be like 3 days in a row or whatever, like, you know, I've been paying for it, and then, you know, the next one she'll be like, "You know what, boo, like, I got this one," like, and I'm just like, "Oh, okay." So then, let's say one dinner comes up, we out, and, you know, you're not really talking about how the transaction gonna go. You know, you having a good time, you date, and then it'll be like, the check comes, and you look at the check, you be like, "Oh, okay," you pull your card out, and she'll be like, "Oh, here, like, what, you give me your card?" Like, yeah, I'll split it with you. And it's kind of like,
it's different.
So, like, that's the thing. Like, but I feel like as the man, regardless of what, you should fully be prepared to pay. Period.
Especially,
but there's nothing wrong with a woman paying every once in a while. Like, I have no issue with that. Like, I feel like it's drawn out of proportion more than it actually should be. So, Krystal, this was an amazing discussion, an amazing talk. Like, you've been just the blessing to my day. Like, literally.
Altitude, I am so happy you have me on here. I am so happy.
I like how she always say my name like you're from Baltimore. Like, altitude.
No, but like, I'm glad he got me in front of the camera for the first time. I really appreciate you. Whenever you need me, I'm available.
So
just
soon her show will be on camera. Someday it's coming.
And it's called the Podcast. The HMMM Podcast. You get on Spotify and SoundCloud. Also, you can hit me up on Instagram, like Champagne95, SoundCheck, like Champagne. Get at your girl, and thank you.
Yeah, so I'll have all of her links and everything down below in the description box where you can follow her, tune into her show. I'm on the latest episode. I'll have that tag down below as well. And yeah, I am Altitude, representing Building Their Minds, the hip hop workshop, renovating minds one rhyme at a time. And until the next episode of Soundcheck, I will see you guys when I see you guys. Peace, one love.